What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Raw review. This one is from August 7th, 1995. Alright, so with the cliffhanger we had last week, they answered my question that I had on the previous episode. The match did stop, and tonight we are getting another rematch with the competitors getting, refreshed and whatnot. So basically a whole new match. So we get some words from Sir Mo and Diesel to hype up their match later on in the show as well. Take a listen so you don't think that I'm just hating, and make up your own opinion.
Yo, Mo, tonight you're gonna be welcome to the Castle of Coolness. And Mabel, if you've got a notion of sticking your nose in my business, I might have some heartbreaking news for you, if you know what I mean.
Why does Diesel deliver these lines that on paper sound like a threat, but his face always looks like he's telling us a joke? I don't get it. So, the first match of the night is for the tag team titles. This time, Yokozuna starts off the match. Good to see that this guy is actually, putting in some work. I think for the first time, actually starting one of these tag matches. Again, a little thing that most would overlook, so I'll point it out. Racer gets put in an arm hold, so to escape, he runs around the ring, and the momentum sends Owen out of the ring, and this allows him to release the hold and get out of it. This time, unlike last week, the hot tag is built up for Savio Vega. Racer gets a neckbreaker and a double team headbutt. Then, after a commercial, he gets hung out on the middle rope. Somebody tell me what that move is called. I know it must have a name, like when they get hung over. Then, Yokozuna works the nerve hold for a while. Then, Owen hits a spinning leg kick that looked great. Owen also hits a flying headbutt, but Racer kicks out of the pin. Owen slows it down again by locking in the sleeper hold. The crowd get into it, and this gets Racer to get out of the hold and deliver a back suplex. Racer and Owen bump heads, which takes both of them out, and this leads to the tag to Savio. He managed to get Yokozuna off his feet with a spinning kick. Yet again, them knocking Yokozuna isn't a big deal anymore. Guys like Savio Vega are just doing it with one move. Owen gets in the ring for a while, but Racer gets him out of there. But Yokozuna delivers a Samoan drop and a leg drop, and they get the win and retain the tag team titles. So this technically gives Savio Vega a loss on Monday Night Raw, so this is going to take him out of the running for the Dominance Award. Skip and Hunter Hearst Helmsley are still neck and neck at 3-0. After the match, we have the report card with Dean Douglas. He grades the teamwork for Razor Ramon and Savio Vega. He gives them 2 T's, which stand for terrible twosome. Alright, if you're going to have these segments where Dean Douglas does these grades, at least do real grades. Don't do this stupid shit talking about 2 T's. That doesn't make any sense. Next up, we have Fatu making his in-ring debut with his new gimmick. He's taking on a local enhancement talent, no longer part of the Head Shrinkers. He's just a regular person who came from the ghetto. But his attire makes him look like he came from Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Now, I know that this was like a style back then, but still. But Fatu still delivers the same finisher to get the win with the flying splash. Then, during the SummerSlam report, we get some big news. Not only do we learn that Gorilla Monsoon is our new WWF president, and they also scrap the Sid versus HBK match. Instead, we are going to get Shawn versus Razor Ramon for the Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match. The rematch from WrestleMania 10 out of nowhere. Also, we're going to get our 50th reset for the women's division. After like 10 weeks of missing in action, we're going to get the match between Alundra Blaze and Bertha Faye. Bertha literally had one match on Raw. That's where the Dominance Award actually started. And then she just dipped. So we're going to see that feud come to a head at SummerSlam. And like I said, this being another reset, like they take these women off TV for such a long time, and then they bring them back and expect us to care. Like, who cares about it at this point? They're going to have their match, and then in 2 weeks, they're going to be gone again. And then also, we're going to get Kama versus The Undertaker. The reason being that Kama had stolen his urn and made a chain out of it back around WrestleMania time. So this match is months in the making. Speaking of, Kama gets a match versus a jobber. During the match, we get Sid on the phone. He is pissed at Gorilla Monsoon removing him from the match against Shawn Michaels. Psycho Sid claims that Shawn is the reason he isn't WWF champion because of what he did during the Lumberjack match, and he's going to get his hands on Shawn sometime down the line. Kama picks up the win with an armbar, which they do a poor job at selling as a finisher. The same emo people are seen at ringside with a black wreath. Next up, we get Sir Mo versus Diesel. And before the match, we get the shop salesman again with Vince and Jerry ringside. This time they got a Shawn Michaels t-shirt with a whole bunch of words on it. Looked like a terrible shirt. I'm just waiting for this guy to meet his end. Like, this can't end good for this guy the way that they make fun of him. Yeah, he sucks, but at this point, just get him off TV. Don't make fun of him every single week. And then to be honest with you, nobody thought Diesel was losing this match, and I don't really care to know if Sir Mo can wrestle, so I didn't really pay attention to this match, which is different than skipping it. I didn't skip it, I just didn't care. Mabel did come out to the ring and distracted Diesel, but Shawn came out to even the odds. Diesel powers up Mo and hits the jackknife for the win. Mabel gets in the ring, but Shawn follows after. He goes to springboard Mabel on the outside, but Mabel catches him and sends him back first into the ring post. Diesel fends Mabel off while he checks on Shawn. Jerry also making fun of Shawn's back being hurt while sitting on commentary because next week we have Shawn Michaels taking on Jerry the King Lawler. So the King is loving it that Shawn Michaels won't be at 100%. People come out to help Shawn, and that's how the show ends. This one is going to be tricky to grade too. Just like last week, had a decent opening match. We got some good announcements for SummerSlam. Shawn versus Racer in a ladder match. Kama and The Undertaker finally getting their match to hopefully blow that feud off. Is that how you say it? Blow the feud off, like when it comes to an end? I don't know. And then they get some heat on Mabel against Diesel for their upcoming match as well. And then they set up some doubt for Shawn going into his match against Lawler, building up some stuff for Raw as well, not just SummerSlam. You know what's actually going to push this to a good grade? The fact that Sid actually said something after being removed from the SummerSlam match. At first, I was wondering why they did it and if they would explain it. And the fact that they acknowledged it is better than not bringing it up. I thought he had like a softball game on the same day as SummerSlam, so that's why he was, or that he got released. But no, he's actually still there, and the match with Shawn Michaels is still looking to be taking place, but sometime down the line. Maybe Sid got injured and they're just keeping him off TV for a while. I don't know. But yeah, this was a decent episode. So, with all that being said, I am out.